Let's party!
Oh, thank you, officer.
Get out of my way! want to get you?
you
Hey, let's party!